How do you know that your dentist can actually do cosmetic dentistry? Is a really awesome question because I think a lot of people do call themselves cosmetic dentists without, it's just a term that they put out there. And a lot of people can do it really, really well. But the question is, can they do it like the top 1% of dentists? So I got a patient today who needed an implant crown. He had an implant crown on his front tooth and he thought he just didn't like the color of it. And communication with the lab on what color your tooth actually is, like let's say we're not working with a lab that's next door, you can't go to that lab to show them what the color is. We need to be able to communicate directly with the lab what color your teeth are so that everything matches seamlessly. And that is what can allow us to not be as so aggressive to do every tooth in the mouth, work on a single tooth and get the job done right the first time. So in a picture like this is a picture I took of his implant crown next to another implant crown that he had next to the shade tab that we use to communicate with the lab. And to me, they pretty much all look the same. I use a professional camera, a Nikon with a macro lens, and with it just like this, it looks like they're pretty similar, and it would be hard for me to figure out what the difference is if I were a lab technician. But then I put on my ring flash with a cross-polarization filter, which not everybody uses. And there you see it in broad daylight. That one is clearly brighter. It takes away all the glare. And this shade tab is what I'm going to use to communicate with the lab that that is a perfect match with all of his other teeth, but is different from the implant crown that he has. So communication with the lab is super important. Having the right equipment is by far the most important thing to be able to do conservative cosmetic dentistry without having to prep every tooth in the mouth and give the patient the results that they want in one shot.